You know, one of the things that Einstein said was that he said this: a thought that makes me hazy. Am I or the other person crazy? And you got to wonder, because people that see possibilities and paradigms and opportunities not seen by others get criticized and essentially are often, they often need to suffer tremendous censure. But the issue is that they simply were able to see something not seen yet by others, sometime 20 or 30 years ahead of anybody else. The other thing that Einstein said was, he said, we cannot solve the problems we created at the same elevation that we have created them. We have to think at a new altitude. We have to think from a new place. And so one of the things we have to learn to practice is the sense of reflection and the ability to step back and look at the situation you're in from different viewpoints. How will a child look at that situation? How will different professions look at that situation? How will an alien, somebody who came from another planet, would view this situation? By the practice of developing multi-lens, of seeing the same data, same problem, through different prisms, you learn to see yourself and your own problem from a higher level, from a different altitude, and therefore are also less involved in and less invested in all that becomes limitation for you. Consider this. So many times you enter a conversation where people, it's a bit like in politics, people are so invested in their point of view that they are simply unable to see something else. If you're going to be an effective innovator, an effective strategist, and if you're going to be effective in developing strategic innovation and innovative strategy, you have to be able to be dispassionate. And you have to be able to think in terms of zero gravity, in the sense of you're not invested. You're not constrained in the one point of view that you have developed in the past. You ought to be free enough to step into the other person's point of view. And you ought to be free enough to embrace completely different arguments to the very argument you were just positioning 5 minutes ago. That freedom of thought, that freedom of mind, that discipline and practice of being able to, in a versatile and adaptive way, change your point of view is critical. Because so many opportunities are just outside your frame. And unless you're prepared to change your frame, you won't see them.